Hey everyone, so Rise has been out for a couple weeks now and I wanted to make an overview of Dodgebolt and how it compares to the Sidestep. Just as a disclaimer, just keep in mind that the game has been out for only a couple weeks. I've had the chance to play quite a bit of it, so I have a rough idea of Dodgebolt and Sidesteps and how good they are. But the game is still very new, so there's a good chance that in the future, in a couple weeks or in a few months, what I'm saying now, it may change or evolve or it may completely prove to be different. That's just my first impressions, so bear that in mind. With that said, we'll get right into it and we're gonna start with a Sidestep. All I'm gonna talk about today entails that you have the Mighty Bow feather. If you don't have it, it's like in World and your bow is gonna have one less charge level. With that said, the bow works pretty much like in World, so if you shoot, you're gonna increase your charge level by 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can do a power shot at any time, and your power shot is either gonna increase your charge level, or if you're at max charge level, so charge level 4, is going to maintain your charge level. So you can stay at max charge level by using power shot. The only difference is that now in Rise, you can do 2 power shots in a row, so you can do rapid, power, power if you want to. So of course shot patterns are back in Rise, so unlike World, your power shots will not always do a spread shot. The type of shot they're gonna do will depend on the shot type that your bow has. So if your bow is a rapid bow, your power shots are also gonna shoot rapids, so that's a bit different. And also quick shot is gone, so that's very sad. The Sidestep I'm not gonna talk too much about because it's very similar to what it was in World. Basically when you dash, you increase your charge level by 1, and if you're at max charge level, you're gonna maintain your max charge. So it's very basic. The Dodgebolt is a very fun addition to Rise and I think is a good alternative to the Sidestep. The main difference is now when you dash, you do not increase your charge level by 1, but you still maintain your charge level. The interesting thing though is that when you dash now with Dodgebolt, you also do a melee attack. So if you dash into a monster, you're gonna do 1 melee attack every time you dash. So that's extra damage. But the interesting thing with Dodgebolt now is that if you iframe a move, you will get a guard point and you will hear a very distinct sound. And when you get that guard point, you instantly get to charge level 3. So you can guard point a move and then instantly go for a heavy punish. The fastest punish after an iframe is to go for rapid power, and your power is going to be at max charge, so that's very good. And the great thing about Rise and what makes iframing move with Dodgebolt so good is that after a dash, you can chain rapid power instantly. So there's no delay between the rapid and the first power. Depending on timing, you may be able to include an extra power, so rapid, power, power. And if you have even more time, you can do rapid, rapid, power, power. However, it will be up to you to know if you have the timing and to judge if it's better to do that or to start dash dancing, so dash power, dash power. And on top of that, Dodgebolt uses less stamina than the Sidestep. The Sidestep uses 20 stamina for the power shot, while Dodgebolt uses 15, so it's a little bit less, and the same goes for the dash. The Dodgebolt uses less stamina to dash around. So you may ask yourself, why would I use the Sidestep if Dodgebolt uses less stamina, has a melee attack on the dash, and has a guard point? Well, Dodgebolt has 2 big drawbacks. The first one is that the dash is a lot shorter than the Sidestep. By default, it's about half the distance of the Sidestep, and it is a huge deal. If the monster is out of position or is far away from you, dashing towards him takes forever. And when a monster is toppled far away from you, you spend half the time getting back to the monster and do damage. So that's not great. There is a workaround to this, however, is using Evade Extender 1 on Dodgebolt, and it makes the dash the same distance as the Sidestep. So I would recommend, if you're gonna use Dodgebolt, to always use it with Evade Extender 1, because otherwise it's gonna be barely playable. And the other drawback is that it does not build up a charge when you're just dashing around. There are a lot of matchups in the game that move around a lot and away from you and will not give you a lot of opportunity to proc the iframe or the melee attack. And for those matchups where you don't proc the guard point or the melee, there really is no use to using Dodgebolt. All you do is losing the charge level on your dash, and having to slot evade extender 1. So I strongly suggest to go back to Sidestep for those matchups, and you can switch the evade extender 1 slot for a refresh jewel or a constitution jewel to compensate the extra stamina that you use. Some prime example of matchups where you can proc Dodgebolt a lot is, for example, Enjanath, Barioth, Lagombi, all the matchups where the monster moves away from you a lot and tends to have multi-hits attack. So overall, my overview of the two dashes is that they will definitely have matchups where one is stronger than the other. If you look at Go Sarag or Magnamalo, I think they are very strong Dodgebolt matchups, just because every attack can be iframed and used against them. And other matchup will be strongly with the Sidestep. So as I mentioned earlier, Enjanath and Barioth. Of course, you can use either dash on any monster and do very well. It's just that if you compare Dodgebolt and Sidestep next to each other, it's easy to think that Dodgebolt is just purely better than Sidestep, and there's no reason to use the Sidestep. But I think on a lot of matchups, you will have a way better time using Sidestep than Dodgebolt. But that's pretty much it, so let me guys know what you think about Dodgebolt in the comments. I'd like to know, and also what you want me to talk about next time. I have a few ideas, but I'd like to know what you want me to talk about. Alright, see you next time.